Anyway, Team OP is now joining the arena, so we're going to be moving on to our next set now, guys. Thanks again for our new server, to that person who gave it to us. We're not going to give it away because we don't want them hacking into it. Anyway, Grouch.
Hacking into it.
Yeah, well.
Wow, Jesus.
Hacksaws.
Are we that East already? Good God. All right, let's do this. What are we doing?
All right, let's take a look at their builds. All right, let's take a look at Team Sleepy's builds. Let's start off taking a look at ZZZ Cutie. Alrighty, you ready, man?
I'm so ready. Let's get it rolling.
All right. Looking over at Cutie's build, he's going to be running 7 Runes of Divinity, a great sword, meaning he's going to be a lot more offensive, along with a sword and focus. He's going to have a Berserker's Amulet, and looking over at his traits, he's going to be running 20-20-00-30. We saw that as well in the last game. That's going to mean a very offensive burst Mesmer, so we're going to be seeing that played a lot. Can you agree with that, Grouch?
Well said, sir.
Well said.
Continue on.
Moving on to Folly. Looking at his build now, opening up. Folly Jolly Holly, running Runes of the Forge, Sword Torch, and Axe Dagger. Now this is a little more usual. I mean, they flip the torch and the dagger, but nonetheless, this is usually what we're going to see from these sort of defensive rangers. Running a Shaman's Amulet and looking at the traits again. We did see something, I think I've casted Folly before running the same build. He does something a little bit differently, where usually we'll see these 10 traits in Beastmaster be taken up in order to get a little bit of more pet regen. But he, however, optimizes to put them in a nature magic in order to get his activated spirit skills with an additional AoE, and also be able to trigger it twice with his Spirit of Nature, because he chooses to run that. Not many Rangers run that, but nonetheless, we do see him using it, and it seems to work out pretty well for his team.
Well, it's actually really awesome, man, because, like, you know, the first thing you do when someone goes down, you start just cleaving them, like, throwing everything you can at him. You just want him to stay down. If that pet's in range, and you kill that pet, he's rezzed.
Yeah.
So it's actually really awesome. It's not really dependable, but you can actually, you can really profit from the other team just not quite thinking things through. And if they didn't know that trait was being run, like, I guess we're kind of giving away his strat here with that trait. But if they didn't know, it'd be awesome.
All right, so that's going to be ZZZ Folly for us. Moving on to ZZZ Shan, the Elementalist for this team. Looking at this. His armor here, he's running Runes of the Forge, which means he's gonna at 50% health. He's gonna gain protection for 10 seconds and burn all his nearby foes. We're also running with a staff, more than likely. Again, that's for pregame buffing. He'll probably change that out to something else. And he's running a Cleric's Amulet. Over to his traits, he's running a pretty defensive build, running 00-10-30-30. Can you agree, Grouch?
Indeed.
All right.
And that's my official analysis there. It was just indeed. So
Agreed.
Let's keep rolling. We are I think we took a little long with the delays there, so I think we should just try to get through these as quick as possible. Kind of just give the general, like, this is the bursty build. Okay, next guy. Okay, this guy's tanky.
Let's move on. Anyway, looking at Lily's stuff, running Runes of the Soldier. Again, this is the same thing we saw a lot last game, running Consecrated Ground. So he is going to have an AoE Sanctuary. His build, he's running with a hammer as well as a Scepter Shield. So that's, again, the pretty defensive Guardian. We're going to see him hanging out on points a lot. And finally, last but not least, ZZZ Hema. Oh, we have a bit of an early game fight going on here. Anyway, looking at ZZZ Hema, I'll let you call this one, Grouch. You're probably better at Thief than I am.
Okay, we're gonna roll right through this. So he's running the standard build. Oh man, there's that word, standard build. Like, it's been around pretty much since forever. He's been running Pistol Dagger. He's going to be doing a lot of burst damage. He needs to get in and out in the fights. He's running Berserker Amulet, so he'll be really squishy. He's also going to be running, let me double trait real quick here. He's going to be running Improvisation, which means that anytime he uses Mug, he has the potential for resetting any of his any of his utilities, rather. He has a small percentage chance to reset any one of those. Which actually adds an interesting element to the fights. Having a double Shadow Step or a double Basilisk Venom, double Refuge is actually kind of a cool element. Moving over to Ojos Loco for Team OP. Sorry, not Team OP. What do we talk? What's the team name? Jesus.
Being OP is hard. OP is close enough.
Being OP is hard. We'll call him Team OP. Looks like we're going to be running Focus. So, yeah, it looks like he's going to be running Earth's Embrace, giving him Armor of Earth at 50% HP. Probably going to be a very tanky build. Going to be pushing those off points, trying to keep him new as long as possible. Moving over to the Guardian, going to be running 20-30-20. A little bit different trait lineup here. He's going to be picking up Honorable Shield, giving him the reduced cooldowns on the shield abilities and an extra 90 toughness instead of for the extra 30 points in virtues. He's giving up the stability on his courage use, as a virtue of courage. Interesting choices there. Not too bad, though. Pretty good build. Moving over to Aquin, going to be Sword Dagger. With the short bow here, obviously retaining a lot of that mobility. He's going to be running 6 Runes of Lissa. It's going to give him 5 seconds of all boons on his Basilisk Venom use, which is pretty strong, to be honest. He does get that stability for when he goes in and tries to burst, so he'll be able to stay in a little bit longer initially. Yeah, it's just gonna be. It's kind of like a bruiser build, I guess you could say. Going
Yeah.
in, doing a little bit of damage, popping back out, going back in, trying to push back lines, and just do as much damage as you can to the squishies. Moving over to Illusionary Truth, gonna be running a Shatter build, so we'll be lining up a lot of burst damage with those combos from the Shatter combo with the Blurred Frenzy. Obviously, you mob them in that combo, so it's really hard to avoid that damage. It does have kind of a nice telegraph to it, though, so it's pretty easy to dodge if you know what you're looking for.
Last but not least, Nothing EE running with 7 runes of Balthazar along with a pistol shield and a rabbit amulet. He is also going to be running, it looks like he's going to be running 35-0-20-15, so a little bit more defensive in terms of what we usually see, but nonetheless, it is a generally typical grenade build that's going to be prioritizing on high damage, using those grenades, but he has chosen to go into tools a little bit to get speedy kits, which will allow him to roam a little bit more efficiently, along with giving him permanent vigor so long as he procs his kits properly. But that's about it. Grouch, you all ready to go?
Let's do it, man.
All right. Giving the teams the go-ahead, and we're going to go right into it. They're all ready and up now. I'll take another sip of my drink real quick. Boop-a-doo-boop, boop.
Both have mechanical keyboards. It's like beautiful harmony. It's like a symphony over here with clickety clacks.
Except everyone hates mine because it's right next to my microphone.
Yes.
I need one of those dangly things so it won't be so close to the microphone.
What?
You know those little
You're gonna have to explain that. I don't know what that means.
You know, like how in the studios they have those like arm things that you can attach a microphone to, that like is over you.
Like a mic stand?
Yeah, except it's not on the ground. It's like over you. Anyway, just never mind.
Dang.
We'll worry about that later. Match's getting started.
All right, so this is Team Sleepy versus Being OP is Hard. Kind of curious to see in chat what the viewers think's going to win. Personally, I'm not going to say anything because I'm being unbiased.
As a caster should be. Anyway.
Yes, indeed.
It looks like we saw swiftness go out from both sides here, opening up the map to see the splits. Looks like both teams are just, no one's really going to cross. They're both just going to press forward to the middle. So it's going to be a big team fight in the middle to start it off here. Both teams are going around the back. Wow, this is almost symmetrical. Look at this. We have the Mesmer for blue team going up the direct path, but other than that, it's the same exact initial paths here.
It actually looks like we see a refuge coming out from ZZZ. They're going to try to push in onto that midpoint. Actually, it looks like they might try to gank out one of the other players back here. They actually do see Nothing going. Looks like they're trying to get early gank on him up on the ledge here. He's going to be in a really bad position.
Oh, he
does pop the elixir res, but he's going to go down really quick here. If they can get him out of this fight, that's going to be huge for ZZZ. Actually, they do get him down. He does get the elixir R down. It looks like he's going to get res up here, no problem, though.
He gets right back.
Oh, I take that back.
It looks like he got up and then got bursted down again, actually, and he gets stumped with the Christmas-themed stomper. So right now, it looks like ZZZ is going to get the pretty early advantage in this fight. We just had the Elementalist pop projectile destruction within that area, so that's going to negate those a little bit. But nonetheless, ZZZ Hemo here is jumping all around, getting on the Mesmer here for Team OP, and they're just jumping all over them now.
Yeah, we did see a Moa come out onto Dominus Tour there at the beginning of that fight there, but they actually were not able to benefit from that. Looks like Dominus actually popped off the point there and just tried to wait for the Mo to come back out. He popped back onto point and had his cooldowns up and was ready to go again.
Yeah, Dominus actually says, look at all those cool. Wow, those conditions are all over him now. Both him and Ohos are taking a lot of condition damage coming from that engineer and Hemo, so it's really gonna hurt them here. They did manage to survive it, and they're now recovering a little bit here.
I think Team ZZZ is so tanky that these fights are going to go on for ages. I was playing with them last night, and our games were going actually running out of time. It was just taking forever. So it's definitely something we're going to see here. Like the main source of burst is going to be from Cutie and Hemo.
Yeah, and it looks like Lily just went down. Oh, actually, it's a surprising turn of events. Team OP just took down Lily, the tank for Team ZZZ, so this is going to hurt their team fight here a lot. And it looks like some members of Sleepy are actually going to bail this now.
When I was talking with them last night, I think that they said the team comp was especially susceptible to condition damage from teams. And it looks like they're actually putting out quite a bit of that from Nothing. Obviously, the Mesmer's not going to have a lot of condition removal. The Thief has one source of condition removal that he can use, every 25 seconds or 30 seconds or so from his heal. Shan's able to clear the combos quite often because he is an elementalist, and so is Lily. But other than that, a little rough.
Looking right now at Aquin's point of view, he's 1v1ing Hemo at the moment. Looks like he's actually going to pull back towards the middle. This is a pretty skirmishy thing going on here. It looks like a fight might happen, but right now we do have one going on over here, over at the henge. Look at ZZZ Shan at the moment. And I see what you mean with the tankiness. They're really just sort of turtling these fights out here. waiting for reinforcements, possibly.
Yeah, I believe they're going to go for a 2-point strat, and they're going to probably put their Guardian mid and try to get the debunk on mid. I play with Lily quite often. That guy is insane at getting other Guardians off the point here. He's just absolutely phenomenal at it.
Ooh, Shan just took a lot of damage there from our burst combo for coming from Illusionary Truth. Aquan is, let's take a look at over here at Aquan. Actually, ZZZ Hemo just killed him in a 1v1, so he's going to be out of the fight for a little bit here. Nothing's coming into the fight here as well. Looks like he's going to hopefully tip it in his team's favor. But nonetheless, we are going to see the Ellie projectile destruction go out here as well, so that's going to stop him for a couple seconds. Nonetheless, it won't last that long, though.
And it looks like on midpoint, it looks like Dominus actually did use his renewed focus, which makes him immune to all damage. Actually, when you're in that state, you cannot cap a point, and you'll also be decapped if there's an enemy on the point with you as well. So he actually got the decap on himself there, and they actually got him down here now as well. So it looks like we're just moments away from seeing ZZZ pick up a 3 cap.
Yep, ZZZ just killed Dominus, so they're gonna retain that point. They are under pressure here at the Henge, but they're holding steady enough, so it looks like they are gonna be able to maintain this 3 cap for a little bit. Looking at Aquan's point of view, seeing if he's going to be able to burst, possibly. He just used his heal to sort of withdraw. It looks like Aquan's actually going to cross over here to the mine now.
Not a bad choice, to be honest. It looks like they don't really have anyone over there that's going to be able to intercept him. It looks like he does intercept Hemo here, which is going to nice little 1v1. I think they're just going to try to duke it out and see what happens. I did commentate this wrong at the beginning here. Aquan's actually running Sword Pistol. I do apologize. Obviously trying to focus on that pistol whip damage.
So Hemo's actually just going to ignore this team fight and sort of fall back because it looks like Ojos Locos is also joined in here. He's actually going to be outnumbered, so blue team is going to take back mine with absolutely no trouble. And they will get that back uncontested, so their 3 cap is now ended. Nonetheless, they're still holding strong with 2 points. Team ZZZ is currently up in this match. They are 249 points. So Team OP is only 126 and no capture points for the time being.
Indeed, looks like they're going to be, like you mentioned before, they're going to be getting mine here, no problem. They actually do have the boss up on their side as well, so there's an additional 25 points that they could net from that, depending on whether they want to go for that or not.
And what we're seeing amazing control in these team fights coming from Team Sleepy. Team OP is managing to break through in some occasions, but just on the general side of it, Team Sleepy has had, and we just saw here, nothing just got destroyed in a burst combo.
Yeah, they actually landed the Moa on the Dominus there at mid, and he actually looked like he was pretty fine, but they landed up all that burst in such a small window that he got taken down in Moa so effectively, they stopped him out no problem.
Nothing just went down to a Mesmer burst, but nonetheless, Illusionary Truth is in here now to help him get back up, and he'll get up with no trouble whatsoever. And it looks as though blue team, while they are doing a decent amount of damage, they are going to have to abandon this fight over here at mid and allow them to retain that. Team Sleepy will maintain 2 points. Nonetheless, however, nothing is going to move over to try and take on Folly over here at the Henge, possibly get that back, but it looks like also like Folly's somewhat distracted here. Maybe nothing can sneak in a decap.
Looks like you should be able to.
Yeah,
it's going to be close, but I think you should be no problem. Yeah, there goes the decap right
and
there.
A nice immobilize there pretty much guarantees that. Then the 3v1 Folly will not last long. But Shan has come in to reinforce this, however. I'm going to take a look over here at Shan's point of view now. Actually, let me switch over to Aquan here. Aquan's doing a pretty decent amount of damage. He's going to be chasing... Ooh, Shan just jets right out of there.
Yeah, it looks like Shan did try to get in position for Folly going down, but he wasn't there quite early enough, so by the time that he got there and tried to get the res off, they already put a nice amount of condies on him. That's why Shan had to disengage as well, just to make sure that he didn't get ganked out.
So Aquan again looks like he's going to be trying to cross over here and support mine. We do have a fight going on over there now. Looking over to it. Looking at ZZZ Cutie's point of view. ZZZ Cutie actually just oh, she's going to use a portal stomp, but Ojos Loho... Ojos... Oh, that's such a name.
Loco. Ojos Loco.
Loco.
Yeah, he actually misforms away from the portal. Cutie was not able to get the portal stomp on first try, unfortunately.
And that was a nice testament there to ZZ's team communication. The name ZZ Cutie actually, or Sub Cutie as she prefers to be called, actually left the point with no one on it, but nonetheless they had good communication rolling there, and just a couple seconds later Folly came in to finish off the cap for him and take that back point defense. So nice job there on the communication there, holding up the points, keeping the mobility moving.
Looks like Aquan does get Hemo down here in 1v1. Looks like Aquan's going to stop or damage him out here, no problem. Oh, actually, I think that... Oh, no, not in time.
Nope.
Not in time.
A good attempt, and unfortunately they are going to waste their illusion res now. And Cutie is going to have that on cooldown for the next 118 seconds. What a waste. That is going to hurt them in team fights.
Well, they're pretty comfortable, I think. Just with the way the match has been going, I think losing that one, possibly saving Hemo with an Illusion of Life, was kind of worth it. But, yeah, I think they'll be fine here.
All right, so Team Sleepy is growing very close to victory here at 463 points. They hold 2 capture points pretty steadily. Looks like they're going to win this team fight with no problem. They do have Cutie down at the moment with 3 hours of OP around, so cancel what I just said, actually. Cutie is going to go down, and OP is going to gain a slight advantage in the team fight. Nonetheless, Dominus Tur is getting somewhat low. He was just interrupted. Nice job on the gank there by Hemo. He took him down, and he's also going to go down, so this fight is once again going to be even out. Lily takes down Abdominus, but she herself goes down just another millisecond later, and Aquid will stomp. No, a nice Shadow Refuge there. And it'll go down, and Team Sleepy will win that match.
Kind of a anticlimactic match, I would say. The 3 cap that Team ZZZ got there at the midpoint was just kind of telling of how the match was going to go. They had it for so long, too, and just got so many points from it. Really well played by Team ZZZ. And one interesting thing I want to mention, I did mention this before as well, is that ZZZ actually picked up that MOA strat from watching the EU players. And it's actually something that's starting to spread across NA. Just such a strong strat coming in with your Mesmer throwing down the MOA onto the Guardian, having him pretty much being taken out of the fight and extremely susceptible to damage. Just getting down almost instantly, not having that Guardian for the support in the team fights is just huge.
Yeah.
And Guardians are absolutely critical in those team fights for having stability on demand with getting stomps or just even the reses as well.
Yeah, and they did a nice job there with that fight. We'll be moving on now into round 2. Keep in mind, guys, these are a best of 3. So if Sleepy wins this one again, they will be moving on to the final round. Hopefully we won't miss the Lord Stomps this time. Or the Lord Kills, rather, this time. I like that last time.
You know, the more we talk about it, the more people are going to remember us. I'm just going to pretend it never happened. I've already forgotten about it.
That mini-map. That mini-map. Anyway. I can't make it any bigger. Look, it won't go any bigger. I'm trying. It doesn't work.
Leave it alone, man. Leave it. It's fine.
Why won't you go bigger?
It's fine.
Anyway. So, hold on. Let me mute my mic, because people don't like my keyboard.
It's okay.
And it's back.
You're back?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm just making sure none of the team members need to change builds. Nope, doesn't look like it. Nope, okay. Sorry, guys.
Stop apologizing, Blue.
Sorry.
Don't do it.
I should just get like a glass slit to put between the mic and the keyboard. And just have my hands under the glass slit so the sound doesn't transfer through.
That sounds horribly complicated and unnecessary. Alternatively, you could push the mute button on your microphone.
It's too much work. I gotta move the mouse over to the...
That is, I guess, a little unconventional using that mute button there, but...
I gotta move my mouse over to the OBS window.
Yeah, I know you gotta lift your hand and push the button on the... I mean, you could just push it on your mic as well, you know. I'm gonna leave you alone, okay? I'm gonna leave it. I'll just let chat bark at you. I won't mention it one more time. That's it.
Anyway, ZZZ is checking their strategies here, so we're going to get started in just another minute, guys. As soon as they are ready to go, we will be starting up the second out of third game, possibly here, in the set of Sleepy versus Being OP Hard. Once again, guys, for those of you who are just tuning in, this is the MMORPG Invitational. Thanks to them for throwing this together. This is the first major North American tournament, but we got plenty more upcoming in the next few weeks, right, Crouch?
Indeed. Well, actually, the only ones that I know of at this point that are official dates is going to be next weekend. We'll have the Curse Masters of the Mist NA tournament, so we'll be seeing a lot of... some of the same teams that we're seeing today. That'll be me and Tamaker casting that. And then a week after that, on the next Sunday, I believe, me and you will be doing the Sitting on a Couch. Is it the same profession tournament again, or is it something else? June 9th, right?
June 19th, actually.
June 19th? Are you sure?
Yeah, the EU profession tournament?
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
so
the 19th.
It's all same players again. It's like 5 warriors and whatnot.
It was supposed to be the 12th or something like that, but I made a big deal about it, so it's the 19th.
I see.
So once again, we are just waiting for Team Sleepy to finalize their strategies. While we're getting ready, just open up the menu. It seems like some of them are ready.
Someone's telling me that you have Skype muted, which I don't really know what that means. Cause is your microphone muted still?
No.
Okay, all right.
Someone's
This is all delayed.
Dude,
So
stop lying to me. This chat.
I'm just reading the chats, man.
Don't lie to me like that.
I'm just reading the chats. Leave me alone. So are we ready to go?
I'm ready, but the question is
okay.
Team,
Let me get these guys going.
Team Sleepy needs to be ready.
Sleeping on the job.
They're ready enough now. Just 2 more people. Cutie. There we go. Okay.
Got it.
All right, we're getting ready to go here. And I know that my UI is blocking spawner kills. I apologize for that. I'm having it retouched this week, so yeah.
Good news is that there's no Savannah on this map, so it doesn't matter at all.
Yay! Anyway, moving into the second match here of Team OP versus Team Sleepy. We're going to hopefully see Team OP come back here with more of a formidable strategy. So anyway, we've seen Swiftest and 19 stacks of might go out for Team Sleepy. Nice job there on that pregame buff. Opening up, it looks like Team Sleepy's going to go over to Waterfall.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be Shadow Rift as you can try to get in there and get that point, keep it muted as long as possible, probably get the initial gank there on nothing. Or pardon me, actually it looks like they're going to go mid.
They're going to go middle.
They did have the advantage of the 2v3 there, but they decided to go mid and just try to support Lily.
Who are they going to go for is the question here. They're going to jump on Dominus, take him down. Nice job, nice target choice, and he goes down with absolutely no trouble. Nice gank there by ZZ Cutie. Nonetheless, we did see the Engineer threat on his kit, or his ultimate there, so that is going to be a bit of a counter to that. And they will get Dominus back up. Nice job, OP, countering that burst. Excellent job.
A lot of cooldowns blown for that, though. Actually, they do get Lily down in the process here, so they might actually really have panned out for him. Looks like they do get Lily up here pretty easily. It's kind of an even fight. Again, these teams are so tanky right now, and they're actually able to withstand a lot of that Conti damage that goes out on the initial corpse going down.
All right, looking at Aquan at the moment. He's trying to take down Lily again. We saw a lot of trade-offs there, but again, a lot of cooldowns wasted, but with no returns, unfortunately, for that much. Looking at Team OP, or at Aquan again.
Interesting play by Lily there, by the way. He actually kited off the point and waited for some cooldowns to come up here. Kited up on the stairs and came back around. So you don't usually see the Guardian do that kind of gameplay. Usually you'll just see Guardian sit on the point and kind of eat it and wait for the res to come in.
You know, he was just res there. I'm not sure what actually res him. I don't think they got a kill off, but nonetheless they got a res off. Oh, look at this. No. Look. This is where look at that. Did you see? Do you see where Folly has the spirit? Look at Folly's point of view.
Oh, yes.
Folly,
yes, you're right.
Folly
like
taking that trait with the spirit of nature. He has the spirit hidden in the corner where no one could see it, and that's how they're getting teammates up. Nice job. It has expired now, or they are going to have to res Lily normally, but nonetheless, that was an excellent choice of placement there. Really good job there by Folly with that trait, or with that ultimate.
So in the team fight here, we actually do have 2 down for Team Sleepy. Kind of rough at the team fight here in mid right now. They do have Dominus going back down here one more time, and Nothing is actually down here on point as well. He actually interrupts the stomp there from Folly, while he's actually just going to stomp Nothing in return. Instead, gets him out of there, no problem.
And it looks like Team Sleepy is going to retain, or is going to get this fight pretty quickly here as soon as they take down Ojos Loco.
Actually, up on the laser, he actually bursted down Illusionary Truth, almost 100% combo. Just absolutely destroyed him. Just doing what thieves do, obviously. Looks like Hemo's going to go into Waterfall and get a decap. Might actually be able to get a full cap here as well. I'm not sure if anyone's watching that point besides Illusionary Truth.
Yeah, it looks like Hemo's going to get the Waterfall pretty constantly. And then over here, Quarry, we have Folly taking on Aquan. Let's take a look at Aquan, see how he's faring off against this very tanky Ranger here. Uses his Basilisk Venom, but nonetheless, not much of a return. He's not your general gank thief. He's a little more of a sort of play-around thief, but unless he's slowly ticking him down.
I think Sword Dagger would have been a really good choice this map, especially for pushing far point, just because you're able to strip all the boons that the Rangers are going to be constantly throwing up. They're going to be getting a ton of vigor and a ton of regen. This build doesn't really have anything to counter that, though.
All right. Anyway, again, Volley, Aquan really not having the damage to be able to take down Folly, unfortunately, so this fight is really not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Let's go back over to Graveyard, where we once again have a full-on team fight uploaded. Nothing has just gone down. Taking a look at Hemo's point of view, see who he's going for. It looks like they're going to focus on Ojos Loco first this time, as he has proven to be the resilient one in previous fights. Hemo will...
Well, they actually, just shortly before, they actually did take out Nothing. He actually did get his Elixir R down, but it was only him and Dominus in the mid fight able to try to get the res off. Obviously, he can't res himself, but he did throw the Elixir R down. Dominus tried to come in for a res, but they had too much AoE damage from Team ZZZ for them to be able to get him back up.
So that was a nice play there by ZZZ. And anyway, just to update you guys on the score, right now we're seeing Team OP currently up. They have 1 capture point to no capture points for for Team Sleepy. Team OP is currently at 101 points. Team Sleepy following close behind, however, but just a little bit of over 10 points of a disadvantage. Ooh, a nice Sanctuary there. That'll keep Illusionary Truth in it for a little bit longer here. The question is, will they be able to res him as well? I see 2 Sanctuaries, actually. I don't know if those are both for the same team, but... Nope, and it looks like it was a counter Sanctuary, actually, and Illusionary Truth will go down. And let's take a look over. Actually, it seems like, yeah, Folly, meanwhile, over here at Quarry, Folly managed to take down Aquin, and he will be retaining that. And it looks like Folly is actually going to be delaying the kill over here. So,
yeah, unfortunately, Aquin died just on the very edge of the point here, so he's actually going to get bled out pretty hardcore. Lost probably about 30 seconds in the game there. If he was able to, actually, he should have teleported back on the point way sooner just to keep that neutralized as long as possible. I'm not sure why he let Folly free cap with him so close.
Regardless, though, we still have this fight brewing at middle, as it has been pretty much the whole game so far. We're looking at Cutie at the moment, who is trying to take down Dominus, the tank for Team OP.
And again, with how tanky this team is, they're really, basically, once they get a point, they're going to keep it for a very long time. And that's why the score is so low right now, because they've been having a hard time getting those points initially.
But we've seen a lot of flip-flops, actually. It was sort of like OP had the 2-cap initially, but now it's completely turned around. And now Team Sleepy has the 2-cap. So both teams are pretty even in terms of their ability to backcap things. Both their thieves are doing an excellent job doing this. Looking over to Waterfall now, we actually have a 2v1. Shan is defending this at the moment, but nonetheless, Illusionary Truth and Aqua, which is a pretty hard burst combo to counter there, are trying to take them down. They get that decap, so now they will only have 1 point, and Shan is really just going to get pushed off this point.
Ooh, he actually lands an insane burst combo on nothing there. He actually did the, obviously, the smoke field leap through with the Heartseeker, and then immediately backstab, got some pretty sick damage on him, got him down pretty swiftly, and looks like they're just gonna get some cleave damage on his corpse and get him out of there as well. It looks like the Dominus actually goes down as well, so they're gonna take this team fight in mid pretty handily.
So yeah, Team Sleepy might actually be in here. Team Sleepy might actually be on the grounds for recap this, but again, this fight has been going on the whole game, and it looks like Blue Team's reinforcing it now, so it's still gonna go on.
Well, they do have Illusionary Truth and Aquin both mid, but unfortunately they're both running Berserk Rammus, so they're not gonna have a lot. They're not gonna be very tanky. They're not gonna be able to just go on point, and if they do, they're gonna get punished.
They still have Ojos Loco, though. I mean, he's off point at the moment, and unless they get someone on here, they're probably going to cap it. Yep, Red Team finally gets control over the middle point now. They had Ojos Loco, but he was unfortunately under way too much pressure there, and they couldn't really contest it, so they're going to take him out now, and they will have control over that point. Back over to Waterfall, however, we still do have a 1v1 brewing. Shan versus Illusionary over here. Take a look at Illusionary's point of view. Shan with a nice dodge there.
Looks like we actually have Nothing and Cutie coming in here as well. Nothing's actually getting trained down by Cutie right now. Looks like he turned around and decides to engage Cutie in the roads, trying to just keep this a 1v1 on each point instead of the 2v2.
Not going to risk any additional assets if they don't need to. Cutie's a pretty dangerous player to have in that fight against Shan there. Or against Truth. Apologies.
So obviously ZZZ does take mid. Looks like we actually currently have Falling versus Dominus and Aquin on point. Hemo's in stealth right now, going to come and try to get probably the burst on Aquin here. Probably be the most logical target, but that point's going to stay new for quite a while with Falling and Dominus on point. Looks like Nothing actually does go down over here at Waterfall, like we called that. Actually, Cutie gets it down. Actually does get the Illusion of Life onto Nothing, so Nothing's got 15 seconds to make something happen. If he doesn't get anything happen in 15 seconds, he can go back into the down state, and he'll be able to be stopped again one more time. If he does actually go down right now within this, he's actually going to go down permanently. He does blow his Elixir R, which is kind of a waste, because if he did go down from the damage, it wasn't going to do anything anyways.
So Nothing did just go down there. He's going to go down. I believe we also had Hemo go down, but he was res. Aquin's still contesting 2 of them, and it looks like Hemo... Where's Hemo going right now? He's just charged up his Basilisk on him. So it's a 2v1 more than likely right here, as we're seeing now. Ojos Loco is getting pretty low as well. No, he's still holding strong with that AoE, but nonetheless, he will go down, so Red Team will recapture the quarry with little to no effort now. However, Red Team has also captured Waterfall now. Blue Team is moving in to try and contest that. Nonetheless, they are going to be fighting on a point they don't own, which is, in some cases, will be a waste of time if they can't really decap it.
Yeah, it looks like we're coming up here on the triple cap for Team Sleepy. We got Mine coming here just shortly. Looks like Nothing's going to try to get on the point. He's going to beat it there, so they're going to keep it neutralized as long as possible. But if all he can get Nothing down, he's going to get the triple cap.
We're seeing here pretty heavy AoE coming from Team Sleepy. Team OP is getting somewhat low here, the members that are on this point. Illusionary Truth will try to run, but he will get chased down. Hemo just running out of there. It looks like he's... Where's Hemo going, actually? It looks like there was a contention that's going on over here at Quarry, so Hemo's going to come over to support that. We have Folly versus Nothing. Nothing obviously having the damage here, but nonetheless, Folly trying to counter that a little bit here, running his defensive Mesmer build. Folly again, but nice job here. Hemo comes in and with no remorse takes down Nothing with absolutely no trouble. He will go out of the fight. Over to Dominus again. Dominus is holding strong for OP on this point, serving as the tank, trying to support his teammates the best he can, but nonetheless, once again, he's fighting on a point they do not control. Team Sleepy is now within the range in order that they need to rush the Lord if they wish to do so. However, Team OP still got a long way to go if they want that. They did manage to take back middle, and in what was probably a ninja cap, we did miss that, but nonetheless, they do have a point to move from now.
The score is getting quite a disparity in the score now. I mean, like I said, Team ZZ, once they get a point, they're able to bunker for so long that it's just insane. I'm not a fan of the bunker gameplay, to be honest. I don't think it's very interesting. I would like to see more of like a burst meta come back, especially on NA.
I don't like it either, just to say myself. It's somewhat boring to watch, and it's safe.
Oh, it's very safe.
It's
yes.
very safe, but I mean it can be countered.
But I mean you need to play what's strong. Obviously, you can't you can't play something that might be a little bit more interesting to play, but it's gonna be harder to win just because you think it's gonna give a better show. And you definitely need to be playing what's going to give your team the best chance of winning these tournaments.
Yeah. Nothing and Hemo took each other up, and nonetheless, Hemo will get the rest because his teammates were nearby. Red team more than likely is going to recap this. They only need 70 points to win now, so it's looking pretty bright for Team Sleepy, and the sun is slowly setting here for Team OP. So they are going to have to make an amazing play if they want to come back.
Adonis is doing a pretty good job at mid staying together here. He actually looks like he did avoid most of the burst combo there from SubQT with his Shelter ability. Obviously, for those who haven't kind of tuned in before, Shelter, his main heal, does give him 2 seconds of block when he heals, and he was able to negate that entire combo.
Alright. Looks like Cutie, or Illusionary Truth rather, did go down here, but we do have a Sanctuary. He had moved, however, and Folly is going to stomp him with the cow. He'll go down with the cow. And Team Sleepy having 2 points. It looks like they're going to more than likely wrap this setup with no issues.
Not a bad showing by OP. Again, just like we mentioned in the first tournament with AIM, these guys definitely weren't the fan favorites to come in and win the tournament, but they did do a pretty good job. Obviously, this map is not their map.
Yeah.
This isn't it for them.
Yep. And as we just saw there with the last kill, Team Sleepy will be taking it, and they will be moving on to the next round. Congrats to Team Sleepy. So let's move back over to our bracket here and update it once again. Team Sleepy